Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn listening English with a story. Okay, here's another story written for IELTS Band 7 level. Story: The Vanishing Violinist. The concert hall buzzed with anticipation. Tonight was the debut performance of renowned violinist Julien Devereaux in the city. His reputation preceded him, a prodigy known for his virtuoso technique and emotionally resonant performances. The program promised a night of musical exuberance. Moments before the curtain was due to rise, a ripple of disquiet spread through the backstage area. Julien Devereaux was nowhere to be found. His dressing room was empty. His Stradivarius violin, usually his inseparable companion, was still in its case. Panic began to permeate the atmosphere. The concert manager, Mr. Harrison, a man known for his imperturbable demeanor, was visibly agitated. He frantically made calls, checked with security, and dispatched staff to search the entire building. But Julien had seemingly vanished into thin air. The audience, initially oblivious, remained expectant. As the minutes ticked by, Mr. Harrison made the unenviable decision to address the audience. He stepped onto the stage, his face etched with concern. He explained the unforeseen circumstances, apologizing for the delay and promising to provide updates as soon as possible. A murmur of disappointment rippled through the hall. Backstage, the search intensified. The police were alerted. The initial speculation ranged from a sudden illness to a last-minute cancellation. But as hours passed with no sign of Julien, a more sinister possibility began to emerge: abduction. Detective Inspector Davies, a seasoned investigator known for his meticulous approach, arrived at the concert hall. He began his investigation, interviewing staff, reviewing security footage, and examining Julien's dressing room for any clues. The atmosphere backstage was thick with tension and uncertainty. Days turned into weeks, and Julien Devereaux remained missing. The case became a media frenzy, with newspapers and television channels speculating wildly about his disappearance. The mystery of the vanishing violinist became a national obsession. Inspector Davies, however, remained focused on the facts, methodically piecing together the fragments of information he had gathered. He discovered Julien had been receiving anonymous threatening letters in the weeks leading up to the concert. A possible motive began to solidify: jealousy, rivalry, or perhaps something more nefarious. Then, weeks later, a breakthrough. A pawn shop owner recognized Julien's Stradivarius violin, which had been pawned under a false name. The pawn shop's security footage provided a grainy image of the person who had pawned it: a shadowy figure, face obscured by a hat and scarf, but undeniably holding the distinctive violin case. The investigation took a new, tangible turn. The police launched a nationwide manhunt for the shadowy figure. The mystery of Julien Devereaux was far from solved, but for the first time in weeks, there was a glimmer of hope, a palpable sense that the vanishing violinist might one day be found. Vocabulary explanation: anticipation, the feeling of excitement about something that is going to happen in the future. Example: there was a buzz of anticipation in the crowd before the show began. Preceded, to come before something in time or order. Example: the storm clouds preceded the heavy rain. Virtuoso, highly skilled musician. Example: she is a virtuoso pianist, known for her incredible technique. Resonant, evoking or suggesting images, memories, and emotions. Deep, clear, and continuing to sound or ring. Example: his voice was deep and resonant, filling the room. Exuberance, the quality of being full of energy, excitement, and cheerfulness. Example: the children's exuberance was infectious and made everyone smile. Disquiet, a feeling of worry or unease. Example: a sense of disquiet settled over the town after the rumors began to spread. Inseparable, unable to be separated or treated separately. Example: the two friends were inseparable, always together. Permeate, to spread throughout something, pervade. Example: the smell of baking bread permeated the entire house, imperturbable, not easily excited or upset, calm. Despite the chaos around him, he remained imperturbable. Oblivious, not aware of or not concerned about what is happening around one. Example: lost in her thoughts, she was oblivious to the noise around her, unenviable, difficult, undesirable, or unpleasant. Example: the manager had the unenviable task of firing half the staff. Unforeseen, not anticipated or predicted. Example: Due to unforeseen circumstances, the event had to be postponed. Speculation, the forming of theories or conjectures without firm evidence. Example, there was much speculation about the cause of the fire. Sinister, giving the impression that something harmful or evil is happening or will happen, menacing. Example, the dark, deserted streets had a sinister atmosphere. Meticulous, showing great attention to detail, very careful and precise. Example, she was meticulous in her preparation, checking every detail. Frenzy, a state or period of uncontrolled excitement or wild behavior. Example, the news of the celebrity's arrival caused a media frenzy. Speculating, forming theories or conjectures about something without firm evidence. Example, people were speculating about the reasons for his sudden resignation. Obsession, an idea or thought that continually preoccupies or intrudes on a person's mind. Example, his disappearance became a national obsession, dominating the news. Methodically, adverb, in a systematic and organized way. Example, he methodically went through the evidence, searching for clues. Nefarious, wicked or criminal. Example, the detective suspected a nefarious plot behind the seemingly accidental death. Tangible, perceptible by touch, clear and real. Example, there was a tangible sense of relief when the missing child was found. Palpable, able to be felt, easily perceived, obvious. Example, the palpable excitement in the air was almost electric. Hope you enjoyed the story. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more stories like this. Thank you.